Hello, friends. Guys will have to pardon me for a moment. I am not understanding why the music is not turning down like it's supposed to. This is interesting.
Oh?
Yeah, this is just, it's doing something that I did not expect. Well, we'll just stop the music so we can hear other stuff. Jeez. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Technical Difficulties with me, your host, Trevor Stewart 1308. And we are here with the ASOC Prod Cat and the Peanut Gallery. Hi, Peanut Gallery. Hi, Cat. Peanut Gallery is also Chaotic Techno Wizard in the chat. Hello, chat. Hi, head not on right. And hi, I'm gonna say Elena. I don't want to mispronounce your name. If you want to give us a pronunciation of your name in chat, I will do my best. We are playing along with NPR's Wait, Don't Tell Me. This week with the special guest, Mychal Threets. Again, I think I'm pronouncing that today.
Yep.
It's okay? Elena works? All right. Threets is correct as well?
Yep.
Now, before we get into it, let's do today's ad read. Today's pre-rolls brought to you by The Hidden Leaf, downtown Charlottesville, Virginia, 105 West Main Street, above the bricks, on the down... pronounce anyway? Okay, Elena... Peninte... It's your name. We'll go with Elena. I'm gonna mess that last name up without hearing something. I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at names. Pre-rolls brought to you by The Hidden Leaf, downtown Charlottesville, 105 West Main Street, on the downtown mall above the bricks, Suite 200. A great place to go with some great buds to get some great buds. A bud, and the only thing better than their bud is their customer service. Also, they have the lowest prices in town, according to my own personally highly biased research, by which I mean I was incredibly high when I did my biased research. You can find them on Instagram at The Hidden Leaf, where you can also find our other two sponsors, Kush Gang Snacks at KG Snacks 434, purveyor of fine edibles and drinkables, and Firehouse, spelled with a Z, at Firehouse, spelled with a Z, on Instagram. Where there's smoke, there's Firehouse. Elena is enough? Okay. All right. Thank you for being here. We appreciate that. So I did want to bring something up real quick that we forgot to mention yesterday. That he's so bad at names that he thinks Trevor is a good one.
Please tell me that Head On Wrong said that, or Head Not Right said that.
No. That was your boyfriend.
Okay, that's fair.
He just became
would have been better
your
if
boyfriend.
the other one said it.
It would have. All right, so something we skipped over in yesterday's on the show yesterday that I forgot to bring up was the assassination attempt of the highest-ranking Russian general.
Oh yes, the one in the hotel, and no one is sure if it was an internal or external job.
Yeah, no one is sure. T-Bone. T-Bone. Thank you, head not on right. Head not right. I mean, thank you. Yes, T-Bone. Yeah, no one's sure if it's an inside or outside job.
Well, it was indoors, so it's obviously an inside job.
Well, no, it's not, though.
Yeah, I
Yes,
mean,
it's
he wasn't
indoors,
outside on the floor from 30 stories up.
but he didn't go out a window.
That's what I said. He wasn't found outside on the ground from 30 stories up.
Thank you for stepping on my big reveal.
That.
Yeah, no, he was not defenestrated. He was shot. And defenestration seems to be the preferred method for inside jobs in Russia.
I mean, they could be running out of window glass.
They could be, but they still have planes.
This is true. This is true.
I mean, you remember the last guy, they threw him out of a plane because he was so important. I mean, they could have done like a helicopter for this guy.
Maybe he actually wasn't all that important, so they judged it not worthy.
You know why they use defenestration as the primary execution method?
Why?
They want to make sure the person knows the gravity of the situation.
I was going to say they wanted to give a window into their inner workings.
Okay, so with both of those, it could be that this guy was just so obtuse that he was not going to notice anything, so they decided to just cut corners a bit, and it didn't work like they thought.
That was a cute pun. Are you angling for Pun Master here?
Oh no, that is Peanut Gallery's job entirely. Or between Peanut Gallery and Darth Dragonis.
See, this time they were trying to make sure they knew what was the last thing that went through someone's mind.
They were trying to make sure they knew it was a thought laden with demise.
They just wanted to make sure he understood the bullet points.
Or at least gain some speed to his thoughts.
Might have been from the club, but not a bouncer.
Yeah.
Ooh. That just landed. So yeah, I don't know if that happened late enough or early enough in the week for that to end up on the show, but I feel like that might be that was at least worthy of talking about. So let us get into it. Peanut Gallery, you only have a couple of hours, less than a couple of hours, so let's get started.
Get the streamer going.
All right, everybody clicked on the screen?
Yep.
Yep.
Everybody got their pen and paper?
Yup.
I don't have
For
any paper.
NPR and the following message come from Warby Parker, the one-stop shop for all your vision needs. They offer expertly crafted prescription eyewear, plus contacts, eye exams, and more. For everything you need to see, visit your nearest Warby Parker store or head to warbyparker.com.
I wonder if anybody calls out of work at Warby Parker with eye trouble. Yeah, I just can't see myself coming in today. Boss is like, you better get your eyes checked, because if you don't, I can't see you working here no more. So did he.
I imagine that particular set of jokes is used so frequently in every optometrist office.
I've got to imagine it is.
Oh.
Head not
pretty
right.
Sure they see it coming.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure they see it coming.
One would hope.
Head not right said in response to the might have been from the club but not a bouncer. And I said that just landed. They said so did he. Just me, Crystal. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. All right. Let's see if we can get on with the show.
Hey, just a quick note for our listeners. If you've been listening to us, neither of us will be this hot.
From NPR at WBEZ Chicago, this is Wait, Don't Tell Me, the NPR News Quiz. I'm the reason everybody's throwing super bill parties this weekend.
Cute. Terrible, but cute.
And here's your host at the Studebaker Theater at the Fine Arts Building in Chicago, Illinois, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, everybody. You're very kind. We do have a great show for you today. Later on, we're going to be talking to Mychal Threets. He is the new host of the rebooted Reading Rainbow. This will be a treat for those of you who spent your childhood in libraries instead of playing sports or getting invited to fun parties, which, let me check our latest audience data. That is, it's all of you. So you'll enjoy this. But first, we want to see if your reading has prepared you to answer some questions about the week's news. So give us a call at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT.
I just want to pause real quick. Everybody should go follow Audra Raines. They are amazing, brilliant social commentary through social and political commentary through popular culture. They are worth following, worth checking out. They are brilliant. Let's see if I can shout out again yet. And there we go. No problem. I have to wait 2 more seconds before I can shout out. No problem.
Yes. That 2-minute cooldown is entertaining at times.
Yeah, it is. All right, there, it worked. Yes, definitely go follow Audra Raines. There is a YouTube video of theirs that they recently put out about Ye's apology that I think is... It's really important because it opens the door to a conversation about mental health and Black people. And that conversation is not being had enough. I know I'm working my way to that conversation on the Tuesday streams. And I will get there. We're doing the background of health, European beauty standards, and how it became health standards. But we will get to the mental and behavioral health part on Tuesdays. But that video is... It is a good place to start that conversation. A good way to get your mind into that conversation. So I just wanted to say that American. Oh, hey, that link looks fun. Let's see what that does. Ooh. Black and Jewish America, An Interwoven History is a 4-part series tracing the rich and complex relationship between Black and Jewish Americans, defined by solidarity and strained by division, drawn together by racism, anti-Semitism. They forged civic and cultural bonds, especially during the civil rights era. Okay, that looks fun. Yeah. We are heavy on the support for PBS. I'll look into that. I'll look into that at some point soon. Well, thank you. Much appreciated. You know what? I can get the link to your video up real quick. Give me just a second, and I will get that into the chat. There it is. That is the Audra Raines video. That I recommend checking out. There we go. Clicking on this, clicking on that. All right. Now, we should get back to the show because, again, the Peanut Gallery does only have less time now, so. But again, thank you for being here, Audra. I appreciate it a lot.
1-888-924-8924. Now let's welcome our first listener contestant. Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, it's Nathan from Overland Park, Kansas.
Overland Park, Kansas. Heard of it? What do you do there?
I'm a paralegal.
You're a paralegal, which I always thought sounded cooler than it is.
Yeah, it sounds a lot cooler than it is.
Yeah, it's like you have paratrooper, that's cool, right? So paralegal, I figured, would be somebody who leaps in and like drops in from airplanes to do law.
Yeah, all I do is keep lawyers on target.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to like physically grab them sometimes and just like point them right?
It hasn't happened yet, but it wouldn't surprise me.
I bet. Well, Nathan, welcome to our show. Let me introduce you to our panel this week. First up, it is a humorous woodworker whose podcast, The Bodette Problem, debuts soon. Listen to the pilot over at hatchspace.org. It's Tom Bodette.
Hey,
Hi,
Tom.
Nathan.
Next, he's the co-host of the podcast The Nightly and is performing at the Fittler Club in Philadelphia, February 20th and 21st. It's Josh Gondelman.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Thank you for all your para work.
And joining us again, the co-host of the Handsome Podcast and producer of the Apple TV doc Come See Me in the Good Light, nominated for an Oscar this year, it's Tig Notaro.
Hey, Tig.
How's it going?
Tig Notaro's on the show.
So welcome to the show, Nathan. You're going to play Who's Bill this time. Bill Curtis is going to read you 3 quotations we found in the week's news. Your job, correctly identify or explain just 2 of them. Do that, you will win our prize, the choice of your voicemail from any of us. Are you ready to go?
Yep.
All right, here is your first quote.
It's Starbucks versus Dunkin'.
That was an ABC reporter summing up the big game happening this weekend. What's the game?
Super Bowl.
It's the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl. That's right. Yay. The Super Bowl. It's not just a matchup between 2 cities, Seattle and Boston. It's a contest between 2 different brands of terrible coffee. The Seahawks versus the Patriots. It's not the marquee matchup the NFL hoped for. For example, out of more than 100 players on both rosters, not a single one of them is engaged to Taylor Swift.
Look, it's not that exciting because everybody's on the same side of this. I, like everyone in America, am a New England Patriots fan, and so there's just no tension.
They truly are America's team.
Everybody loves them, and everybody is on board with the thing I just said.
Well, here's a question. You are a genuine Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Okay. I am sorry about the laptop fan. I've been trying to do something about it for a while. B, I have not been a Patriots fan ever. I am sorry, Leslie. I love you. I miss you every day. I didn't root against them for your sake. Maddie says my Tignataro favorite anything is when that dude got outed for being a creep, so a movie he did just erased him and put her in as one of the biggest badass helicopter pilots. Oh, that sounds awesome. Do you have something to say, Kat, on the subject of the Patriots?
The only football team I have ever been in any way, shape, or form partial to was the San Francisco 49ers back when their logo matched that of the Street Fighter game.
Okay.
At which point I took great delight in informing my brother that I liked watching them because they had the pretty gold uniforms, which absolutely infuriated him. And he tried pointing out other teams and say, well, what about their colors? Like, no, I like the pretty gold better. And just went about my business and ignored football entirely.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love that.
At least it's not the Dallas Cowboys.
No. The only reason to root for the Dallas Cowboys is because they've got the best cheerleaders. Or at least they've got the most daring cheerleaders. So you're not rooting for them, you're rooting for their show.
Okay, so the cheerleaders, especially the Dallas cheerleaders, that is a whole can of worms, man. That was not necessarily a great situation for the cheerleaders.
No.
That was one of those bad situations. I haven't done a lot of research into it, so I don't know how bad it was, but the bits and pieces I've heard on NPR make me go, oof. Oh.
Yeah. I will root for all of the girls on the team over any of the football players any day.
I get that. I get that.
Here I was making a joke and I apparently stepped into something.
That's fair.
That is fair. That is badass. That is Tignataro as a helicopter pilot. And that is awesome. If I ever need a helicopter pilot, I want that helicopter pilot right there.
I'm pilot holding a wrench.
Because they're also a mechanic?
Okay.
Yeah, because they're also a mechanic? I don't know. It's a movie. Don't bring too much logic into this.
Sorry.
Because it's a zombie apocalypse and she has to fix anything that fails. Okay, see? Yeah, there's the logic.
Okay. That makes absolute perfect sense. Plus, zombie weapon.
Zombie weapon, yes. So, as a kid, my favorite football team were the Vikings because I really liked that color combination of purple and yellow. Even though neither one was my favorite color, I just really liked that color combo. Now my favorite team is the Giants because they're the only New York football team I don't root for the New Jersey Jets. Not that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that I really pay any attention to football. But yeah. My reasoning for picking my teams is as arbitrary as possible.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I like the New York Mets is because they are consistent. They consistently lose, but they are consistent. Arbitrary choices. It works for me. At least for sports teams. All right. Let's see if we can get past the second question.
And everybody hated the Patriots for a long time.
And that just made me stronger.
I understand that.
Chicagoans, you understand that? Yes, Spike?
Yeah, you thrive in their hatred. But so then the people associated with the hated Patriots team, namely Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, they left and moved on to other things and much, much younger women. And
well, see, Bill Belichick is an innovator on the field and off. Most people criticize an old man for dating a woman half his age. He said, no, I'm going to date a woman 1/3 my age.
right.
People said it couldn't be done mathematically.
I know.
Get past
I
2
didn't know
minutes
that
in. Yeah.
Super Bowl was this weekend.
You didn't. It didn't come up in your social schedule?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Nor theirs.
Apparently. you represent that swath of our audience.
Yeah.
Yes.
People think I'm going to be interested in the Super Bowl. I remember when we first got our handyman at our house,
Yes.
and he's from Philadelphia, and he's very into all of the Philadelphia teams.
The term is sports.
Yes, of the sports teams. And I remember the first time when he came over, he was like, hey, did you see the, whatever, Philly game? And I was like, oh, wrong lesbian. Let me get my wife. And my short hair throws people off.
Sure, of course.
And they direct a lot of sports talk to me, but it's Stephanie.
You're so outside of it. You're going like, hey, did you see the baseball Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Like you couldn't get the licensing rights to say the name of the team.
That's the last time I talked sports.
I understand. Went well.
That's a pretty big Venn diagram of NPR listeners and not knowing when the Super Bowl is. Yeah, those are some almost overlapping circles. I mean, yes, other than the commercials do make a difference. They catch almost everyone's attention.
Your next quote is the slogan for a new government mascot.
Mine, baby, mine.
That is what Coley says, and Coley is the new government mascot, encouraging us to mine more what?
Coal.
Coal? Coal, yes.
Jeepers.
This week, the U.S. Department of the Interior debuted Coley, the talking lump of coal, and his sidekick Canary.
I hope Canary is real. I can't believe Coley is real. What the actual heck?
And now I'm just picturing Coley meeting Flicker the Flame.
Of course, all I can think of is it's got the air quality for your lungs.
Yeah. I mean, are they going to eventually bring Coley in on a breathing machine? Like, this is...
I'm just thinking RFK is going to say best place to get fresh air.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Get all those minerals in with your air. This is terrifying. Like, okay.
They say mineral water is good for you. Why not mineral air?
Oh, yeah, exactly. But, like, didn't we, in, like, the early 90s, mid-90s, ban cute mascots for dangerous things? Like Joe Camel?
We banned it for things that are specifically aimed at kids. So they can argue that coal mining is not specifically aimed at kids.
But Coley is adult products for kids. That was for tobacco specifically. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice pull, Maddie. Nice, but that was a good one. I'm trying to remember what the mascot was that they presented to us when we did our tours of the South Anna nuclear power plant as kids. When I went to the now non-existent Mineral Elementary.
Oh.
Mineral Elementary was my first public school, and it was destroyed by the earthquake. Not quite in, but it was really like...
It was shook apart.
Right. And then they tore it down. I can't remember what year that was, though. What year was that earthquake that was... The epicenter was in Mineral.
2012, I want to say.
You don't think some kids get lumps of coal for Christmas? Coal is clearly for the children. I mean, how else are you going to practice your anthracite carving?
Yes, true. Sorry, 2011.
2011.
Close.
That earthquake in 2011 took down Mineral Elementary. And I remember we went to the South Anna nuclear power plant. And my dad had from the nuclear weapons from the nuclear weapons protests that he'd done, he had a no nukes t-shirt. Just a dark blue t-shirt with no nukes printed on the front. And a drop of bleach had fallen into the O and bleached it out in a way that it made it look like a mushroom cloud from the top.
Ah.
So when he sent me... So when I went to the nuclear power plant, he put me in the no nukes t-shirt and sent me.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. I definitely do sort of have my father's sense of humor.
Mm.
I mean, other than the really cruel bits, and even there, I do like have a cruel sense of humor. I just turn it inwards and laugh at myself, and try to be kind outwards. But yeah, that was I gotta admit, that was a good one.
Yes, that was.
Well played. Well played. All right. We've made it through the first two questions.
Yes, we have.
They have kind of a love-hate relationship.
Yeah. Well, Canary
He's looking
is
a little
dead.
wobbly.
So this is all real. You may think we have made this up.
No. Canary is
Coley
real.
is a cartoon lump of coal with eyes and a mouth. He's wearing work boots, a safety vest, and a hard hat. He's very adorable. And so is his catchphrase, "We just have 3 hours of oxygen left down here."
I hate to correct you, Peter, but because this is a Trump regime project, it's not actually a lump of coal. It's a baseball in blackface. come on.
I was waiting for somebody to make that
I can't
joke,
believe you
though.
hate that joke more than you hate the New England Patriots.
When I was growing up, our parents would threaten us with a lump of coal at Christmas if we didn't behave ourselves. This is not a social icon of reward, should I say.
Yeah.
Our children were told that if they didn't behave, they would get a lump of coal, and our son Max earnestly asked, well, if that does happen, can I still play with it?
Yeah, we call him Coley.
Yeah, I was about to say, maybe that's where Coley came from, some bad child. I mean, Coley, I don't know what it is.
My son isn't bad.
You got to that joke before them, man.
We were just threatening him.
I understand.
Yeah.
He's a lovely child. Meanwhile, Coley is definitely looking at a trademark lawsuit from E. Coli, the mascot of diarrhea.
It does seem like if you're diarrhea, you'd want a mascot.
You would,
Yeah.
If you're diarrhea, you're sitting around with your marketing people and you're going, look, we got to do something about my reputation.
We've had generations of negative PR.
All right.
What was that?
Sounds like a crappy job.
You know, that's when you know your career is in the toilet.
Yeah, but the work just keeps flowing.
Yeah, but you get so much piled on you from on top, because, I mean, the crap just rolls down pipe.
Perhaps we should wipe this particular pun line out and flush it so that we can move on because time is ticking.
I just want to say that the best argument for bidets I have ever heard is you can't wipe peanut butter out of a carpet with a paper towel. That makes me want a bidet.
I can understand that. I can.
Delia the diarrhea. You want us to stop doing poop jokes because we will just do them more. Yes, correct. Here bidet, tomorrow who knows. Nope, I'm pressing play because we're just gonna keep going.
Quote is from an article in the New York Times about the hottest new dining trend.
Waste no time chewing.
That's about the growing group of people who are taking all their meals in the form of what?
Liquid?
A shake?
Yeah, or liquid, or goo, it is often called. People apparently want to maximize their nutrition while saving time and effort, so they're eating
Everyone
packets
here got
of
constipated.
goo instead of food. It is a powerful rebuttal to those who believe you're supposed to enjoy your life.
Yeah.
Nutrient goo, according to the Times, is more popular than ever, even for people.
Okay. This
Nutrient paste.
sounds like
Really?
an even better advertisement for a bidet because sounds like it runs right through you.
Look, we've only made it through the third question. Quick.
If a silent goo, if you're at
God.
the point of eating nutrient goo, they need more problems.
With teeth.
And is that the
Silent
name of the
goo.
product, Nutrient Goo?
It is off. Yeah, the Times calls it goo.
But it's
Different
called
brand.
Nutrient Goo?
Yes.
Well,
Generically.
Great marketing team, wouldn't you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the people who brought you diarrhea, here's nutrient goo.
I mean,
and they just left Gootrient sitting right there on the table.
I know. The New York Times called them aspirationally branded meal replacement.
Why do we only get the parts of the future that stink?
It's really great.
Like,
Yeah,
truly, I thought we were going to have flying cars by now, and instead it's just like, oh, no pizza's soup.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that the astronauts were doing in like in 1962, right?
Right.
And So what is? I mean, it's because it's catching on now.
Because the idea is like everybody's so busy, everybody's got so much to do. Nobody wants to take the time to have to make or apparently chew a meal, right? They just want someone to mama bird their food for them.
So it's to save time.
Yes.
Right. What's everybody so busy doing? Unemployment's going way up. Everybody's got more time they've ever had in their lives. There should be like a long meal.
Or they're inventing goo.
Yeah, exactly. Bill, how did Nathan do in our quiz?
Perfect score, Nathan.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Drink up if you're drinking.
You know,
Drink up if you're drinking, boys. Tell me what
I
you're
thought we weren't going to have a criminal
Right now,
president
panel,
either,
time
but
for you
here
to
we
answer some
are.
questions about this week's news. Tom, there's a new travel trend that is said to refresh your perspective and bring you peace when you're flying. Intentionally sitting where?
Oh, I saw this story in the middle seat.
Yes, in the middle seat. Some people are actually really into getting that dreaded middle seat on airplanes. One of these perverts wrote on TikTok that the middle seat was, quote, like a midair cuddle that you don't deserve, but you are privileged to have.
Oh, that's...
Sir, you do not deserve any cuddles. That sounds like somebody who has been privileged to get cuddled at all. That is...
This person deserves the cuddles granted to them by a straitjacket.
Yeah. This is the person I don't want to sit next to. When I'm on the plane, I mean, I love me the window seat. But when I am on the plane, I don't want... Don't touch. Don't touch. I don't know you like that. Don't touch.
Oh, did I tell you about Mom and the panic button on the plane?
No. I'm all of a sudden terrified. Panic button?
At the airport gift shop, she found these little tiny red panic buttons that looked like they belonged on your keyboard, and so she bought one. It was like a little tiny keychain.
Oh no.
It didn't. All it said was quietly, "I'm panicking, I'm panicking, I'm panicking."
Oh, okay.
That's all it said. It wasn't
Okay,
terrible. It was hilarious.
Okay. I thought it was going to be like a, safety panic. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Nope. It was meant to be a joke gag.
Oh, okay.
And a not terrible one. So she bought one. And we get on the plane. And she's in the middle seat. And the guy on the end next to her with the aisle seat. She asked him to switch because she had medical reason to be able to get to the potty quickly. So he switched with her. And he's sitting in between us, and he's just looking really, really upset. Because this is his first time flying ever.
Oh, poor guy.
And so he's just busy hyperventilating. And she dug around in her bag, and she handed him the panic button and said, "Here, I bought this. I don't need it because I can get to the bathroom now. You can have it." And he sat there fiddling with that panic button the entire flight and calmed down. And Mom just sat there on the aisle grinning like a lunatic.
Aww. This is a way better story than I was expecting.
I sat where I was.
Maddie, I was expecting something like Mace 2. I wasn't sure what was going to happen.
We were in one of the bigger planes when this happened, so I did not have a window seat. I had more of a middle seat than she did.
Oh, okay.
So, one of those ones like 5 seats across, so I was like third seat in. I'm just sitting there watching this, and I'm just crocheting my way from here to Colorado.
I love it. You can't have a 2-inch pocket knife, but you can have foot-long needles.
Yeah.
Shh. Don't point that out to them. They've understood that if you deprive the shares and knitters of their ability to do a hand project across, it's going to be much more violent in the skies.
I mean, yeah.
At least while they're sitting there working, you know very well that that's not going anywhere, because you're not going to get that out of their hands unless you pry it out of them after rigor mortis is set in. So they're safe.
And no true knitter or crocheter would mess up their project by getting blood on it.
Or by taking it off of the needles while it's still in progress to use them for anything other than knitting.
Right.
Oh, the tears when one accidentally falls off. No.
Excuses.
I mean, yeah.
Let me put it this way. You can't have fingernail clippers, but you can have the foot-long needles.
Yeah, but see, they're not technically sharp and pointy. They're just, blunted.
I'm going to quote Maddie on this one. Are you sure you want to set off the 12 knitters with undiagnosed ADHD OCD by taking away their knitting projects mid-flight? You're a crocheter as well, Elena?
But by setting off the airport full of crocheters and knitters by taking away their supplies in the line. The riots at the airport gate.
Yes. Not safe.
Not for anybody. Anyway, sorry for providing my own interruption now.
One hook to needle. Yep. Crocheting is... I like both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I am better at crocheting, but we have talked about why. Part of it is because as a child, one of my chores was to make those braids that go on the side of the hammocks that the hippies then tied to get the hammock to give the hammock structural strength, and that was a running stitch, or not a running stitch, but a running loop, basically, a running knot, which is the most basic crochet. It's just the most basic crochet knot.
It's a chain.
Yeah. And that's how I learned it. Macrame, kinda, no. Macrame took more knots. They did macrame for the, they did something like macrame for the hammock chairs, the hanging hammock chairs. For the bits that hung, they would do a series of knots and twists and knots, so that, and I think part of that was so that it evenly distributed the weight across all 4 points that it was hanging, but also distributed the weight at each point across 4 strands of rope. The Northern Ireland version of TSA forced my then 79-year-old grandmother to throw away her unopened bottle of ginger rhubarb jam. Thank God we all avoided that disaster. Right? Right? Because I'm going to be dangerous with this jam.
They were worried about the communications equipment.
Okay,
they didn't want you
fair.
jamming the, yeah. Yeah. The chain for the edge of the hammocks, I don't know that I have rope close by. I don't think I have rope close by, but so the running chain, they would, because the way the hippies made the hammocks, they made them different. They innovated hammock making There was most hammocks are made from one stretcher to another, woven down. These hammocks are woven from the middle out. And the hippies would take a shuttle that had been wrapped with rope and just weave this hammock on these home-designed jigs.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would get out to the end of the hammock to the side, and they would then pull a loop out of the chain, run the shuttle through it, back through the weave, through the loop, through the weave, through the loop, through the weave. And that was how you got your hammock tied off at the end. Tied off at the edges. There was I don't remember how you tied it off at the stretcher at the end. But there was a way of doing that. This method of hammock weaving was developed by one of the original members of the commune, whose name I don't remember at the moment. But this method was stolen by several members who left the commune to start another one just up the road called Good Times. And they made hammocks using this method, using this stolen intellectual property, basically. And they called themselves Good Times Hammocks. But that does not offer you any actual answers to any of the questions in the About Me section on the Twitch page. What were you going to say, Peanut Gallery?
I already said it.
Oh, okay. I missed what you had said then. What did you say?
Well, it had to do with the timing. So I said the name was not coming to you.
All right. Back to the show.
That's a very sad person.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
Did you read that in the Epstein files, or is that somewhere else?
Yes.
To loop back around.
I agree with him, because the thing that we all
Nice.
want in a plane is to
Nice,
have the guy
Maddie.
in the middle seat extend his arms and say, "Come on, sweethearts, I want to be the middle spoon."
Oh,
I've been stuck in the middle seat.
Many of us
things
have.
don't always go our way.
Yeah.
And I do find that there's a certain thing you have to do, like you've got to bring your world in very close.
Right.
It's like you got to erase the id and just accept life as it just came at you. And there's something very spiritual about that, I admit.
You sound like somebody talking how they got through 30 years in prison.
Well, it's like that. It's like that, yeah. Have you ever flown on a plane where in the middle seat there's like these little scratch marks on the tray? Yeah.
The days they had to
The
spend there.
hours of the flight.
I got trouble on the left, trouble on the right, nothing that's loving
Good choice,
Coming up, a secret is revealed.
About the thing.com.
Needlessly comp rates.
Replace Findaway hosting.
Wait, don't tell me. The NPR News Quiz. I'm Bill Curtis. We are playing this week with Tig Notaro, Josh Gondelman, and Tom Bodette.
He'll
And
leave
here
the
again
light
is your
on for
host at the Studebaker Theater in Chicago, Illinois, Peter Sagal.
Thank you so much, Bill, right now. Thank you, everybody. Right now, it is time for the Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me Bluff the Listener game. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to play our game in the air. Hi, you are on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, Peter. My name is Laura, and I'm from Durango, Colorado.
Oh, Durango is a beautiful place. I have been there. What do you do there?
Well, I spend most of my time embarrassing my 8-year-old son.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a question.
Well,
What does he find about you that's most embarrassing?
Annoyingly positive pep talks, use slang from his generation out of context.
Oh, that's the worst. Do you ever try to make like a 6'7" joke?
Oh, totally. In fact, I'm working on making that fall right out of style.
Yeah. Keep at it. Well, welcome to the show, Laura. You're going to play our game in which you must try to tell truth from fiction. Bill, what is Laura's topic?
Shh. It's a secret.
A secret got out this week, and it's not just that the nutrient goo everybody's eating is made of people. Our panelists are going to tell you how somebody's beans got spilled. Pick the one who's telling the truth, and you'll win the waiter of your choice in your voicemail. You ready to play?
Yes, sir.
Let's hear first from Josh Gondelman.
Spectators at a recent boxing match were exposed to a moment of hair-raising violence. Literally, heavyweight Kingsley Ibe landed an uppercut so ferocious it knocked his opponent's toupee clean off his head. The crowd was shocked, even though we can all agree that being bald is a cool and hot way for a guy to look.
No. I mean, yeah, bald's cool, but no. Not this story.
And the competitor himself, Jarrell Miller, whose nickname is Big Baby, perhaps because of his smooth scalp, was surprised as well. I wasn't sure it was coming off, but I felt a draft, like AC hitting my scalp, Miller said. Sure enough, I look at the Jumbotron and my hair is flapping and the crowd is going crazy. Undeterred by his follicular malfunction, Miller tore the wig the rest of the way off his head and threw it into the crowd. He went on to win the fight in a tight split decision, fittingly emerging victorious by a hair.
The boxer's secret that he's bald is revealed when he gets hit so hard his toupee flies off in the middle of a bout. Your next story of someone's cover being blown comes from Tig Notaro.
This week, Berta Martin found something shocking in her parents' attic. When she was looking for potential critters running around, all she found were wooden toys and a box labeled yearbooks. She decided to take an old trip down memory lane and look at the yearbooks. However, when she opened the first one, she was shocked to her core. There was a full-page picture of her mother with, quote-unquote, most likely to be late, printed across the page. This was particularly shocking to Berta because her mother is the Miss Manners, a.k.a. Judith Martin, a.k.a. the reason your elbows do not touch the dinner table. In the yearbook, for the next year, her mom was, quote unquote, most likely to flip off the teacher. And there was a huge picture of her double birds out on a motorcycle. Berta brought the yearbook downstairs to her mother, and Miss Manners just said, yeah, I was awesome then. Now please set the table for dinner.
Miss Manners' daughter discovers that her mother was once a delinquent. Your last story of a secret spilled comes from Tom Bodette.
It really does sound like you know what of what you speak there, Maddie. There's just, I can't believe that would be true. Because why would you go into a boxing match with the toupee on? It seems like a terrible idea.
Vanity.
Vanity, thy name be dumb.
Yep.
I mean, I'm gonna go with Maddie sounds so confident that I'm going with Maddie's answer.
I want to hear what option 3 is first.
Yeah. I'll keep going.
Justin and Hailey Bieber made headlines with their red carpet appearance at last Sunday's Grammy Awards. Justin's Captain Underpants performance later in the show left few secrets to hide, except for one. On Sunday, after the award show, Justin Bieber skipped the after party because he had a shift as an Uber driver. It's the only way I can unwind. I love driving people to the airport, explained Bieber. So after the Grammys, Justin slipped into the night, into his Yukon, and into his alias, Uber driver Vladislav. He was enjoying his quiet evening of being just a regular guy until he got a ride request from a customer named Anastasia Chekhov. When Ms. Chekhov entered the vehicle, she said, Hello, Vladislav. How was your night? Justin turned to face her. Haley? Haley looks hard at the father of her child. Are record sales this bad? It turns out that both of them were craving some hoi polloi FaceTime and ended up with each other. Haley said she was just relieved that Justin was wearing pants.
So one of these secrets got out this week. Was it
Honestly, I'm
from
going
Josh
with B.
Gondelman, a boxer revealed to the world that he was bald when his opponent hit him so hard his toupee flew off? From Tig Notaro, Miss Manner's daughter discovers that her genteel mother wasn't always like that.
I'm going
Or from
with
Tom
A.
Bodette, Justin
I'm going
Bieber
with
secretly drives an
I'll
Uber
cover the
under an
base.
alias and was discovered
All right.
when he picked up his wife. Which of these was the real secret revealed this week?
Anybody else in chat got a guess? Because this might be a hard one.
Was the real secret revealed this week?
I think I'll have to go with Josh's story just to support toupee-wearing men everywhere.
All right. You're going to go with Josh's story about the boxer whose toupee flew off when he got hit that hard. Well, we actually have here some tape of the person whose secret was revealed.
I've had here before, so thank God. Hopefully it goes back, but it's cool.
That was boxer Jarrell Miller talking about how he had his toupee knocked off this week.
I think you accidentally played Miss Manners.
It's possible, yeah. That's what she really sounds like. You've never heard her, have you? You've only seen her picture. Congratulations, Laura. You got it right. You earned a point for Josh, and you've won our prize, the voice of your choice on your voicemail. Congratulations. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
And now the game we call Not My...
Holy crap. Dang. I mean, okay, if I had that hairline, I would either shave it or go for a toupee too. Because that hairline is unfortunate.
Oh.
Let's take another... God. Thank you, Maddie, for that answer, because I was not going to get that one without help.
I can see why he would have worn it into the ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, his opponent looks so...
He's so stunned and put off by it. He was like, oh. Yeah, just shave it all. It made the rounds.
No! Was that Peanut Gallery?
No, that was Maddie.
Okay.
And that wasn't, I don't think that was intentional.
Doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah.
Not with this crew.
He literally thought he punched that dude's hair off at first. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that would ruin the rest of my boxing match, too. I think I wouldn't be able to... I can't. No. I'm scared of breaking you, dude.
Could you see the fact that like 6 months from now, there's going to be a new rule?
No toupees
For
in the
matches?
ring?
Yeah.
Oh, God. He needs better wig glue.
I don't know. Maybe the sweat loosened the glue.
Hair today, gone tomorrow. Oh. He needs honesty. He needs honesty. Oh, man. I feel so bad for that dude, though. Like that. Oh. All right. Let's move on to Not My Job.
In fencing, it's touche. Apparently, in boxing,
No. It's toupee.
And now the game we call Not My Job. When Mychal Threets was a kid, he really loved his local library. So much so that when he grew up, he got a job there. And he loved that job so much that he started a TikTok celebrating the joys of reading. And he was so good at that that he was selected to be the host of the new version of the beloved kids program, Reading Rainbow. Mychal, from one book nerd to another, welcome to Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. So, congratulations on Reading Rainbow, which just was relaunched by PBS on YouTube. It's very exciting. This must have been a thrill for you to get this job. Did you grow up on Reading Rainbow like so many did?
Oh, I absolutely did. LeVar Burton is one of my all-time favorite human beings in the entire world. That's how I saw myself as a reader. I was like, hey, this guy makes it so fun. He's having all these zany adventures. I was homeschooled, so my mom and dad raised us on Roots. So I was like, why is a Roots guy on Reading Rainbow? And that came to terms, and I was like, well, that's cool. This is...
Okay. So, I was maybe 3 years old. The hippies rented Roots. And it was like it had just hit video. And they played it at movie night. And, you know, so I watched all of Roots at 3 years old. Around that age, I don't know exactly how old I was. And then we went to visit Williamsburg and Jamestown. And we were on one of the ships, and I recognized it as the same basic design as a slave ship. And then I repeated a line from Roots that was said on a slave ship. That included the N-word. Because I was a 3-year-old. I was just repeating what I had heard. I mean, like, oh God. And my parents and all the rest of the hippies were mortified, petrified. I just started looking around. I'm so sorry. We just watched Roots. That's where he got it. He doesn't know what he's saying. We're so sorry. Oh, man.
Of course, then you got the questions of, why did you let a child that young watch Roots?
No, that time frame, I don't think that question.
I don't think that was actually all that irresponsible of them. I really don't. I think that was actually, like, you know, they were trying to... Well, they were just excited to watch it. Like, they were in that sort of liberal white person way excited to watch it. You know? And because it was movie night on the hippie commune, the kids were there too. It's not like they made me watch it or they specifically showed it to me, but yeah, they didn't see a problem with showing me up until that moment in Jamestown. What?
But they definitely found one afterward.
Right? Oh, whoops. Oh, God. I feel so bad for them. It's like... It was, yeah. So there's the story of that one time I dropped the N-bomb. My poor parents. So, when I was probably 14 or 15, we were in the grocery store. I was in the grocery store with my dad, and he was looking for the cans of salted peanuts. And he was having a hard time finding them, and he goes, "Man, where are Planter's nuts?" And I looked at him and said, "Have you looked between Planter's legs?" And I hadn't looked behind me to see the very proper woman who just gave my dad a death stare, and he was trying so hard not to laugh. Yeah, I did that kind of crap to my parents a lot. Mouth opens, punchline exits, no real awareness of what's going on until it's like moments later.
While some people were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, you were born with a silver foot in your mouth.
That's the one. It made my it made my dad have to smoke less weed when I was a teenager, though. He had a hard time. He said he had a hard time keeping up with whatever I was going to say or do next.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Well, maybe you should have fucking shared. Ooh, drop the F-bomb. Drop the F-bomb. All right. Let's get on before we run out of time.
Even better.
Yeah.
So I'm the biggest LeVar Burton fan in the entire world.
He has that effect on people. How was the torch passed? Did
It's all
LeVar Burton
kids.
like
The
knight
only
you with a
parents
bookmark
go
or hand
to
over
go to
the
the
animated
kid
butterfly
and
to you?
go
How did it work?
sober.
I wish it was that special. I have not yet had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Burton. I'm just trying to make him proud with my obnoxious enthusiasm for libraries and literacy and books. And I hope it's coming across well on YouTube to all the kid viewers out there.
So and it is genuine. I think nobody doubts that. You've talked a lot how the library was your sort of safe space as a kid. And did you have a favorite book when you were a kid?
You know what? You're not gonna be able to see it because my camera is blurred. But I have a full tattoo sleeve of my favorite books. So I love Where the Wild Things Are. I'm a big fan of Richard Scarry books.
Sure.
Strike and Nona, of Frog and Toad. But one of my favorite books is Bud Not Buddy by Christopher Paul Curtis. And it's because that was the first book where I saw myself look like a character in the books.
Well, how old were you when you got your first book tattoo?
I think I got my first book tattoo when I was 24. So
24.
It's been almost 12 years.
And what was the first book you had tattooed?
The first one was, that is a good question. It was either Where the Wild Things Are, or I have a library card of Arthur Reed from PBS tattooed on me.
Wow. And when you walked into the tattoo parlor at the age of 24 and you said, "I would like this library card with Arthur the Aardvark, Arthur Reed's," did the guy just look at you and say, "Oh, what a cliche"?
You know what? He really did. I think because I showed him my, I think at the time I had close to 40 library cards. I just brought in my library card collection, and he was like, "Okay, you're all about it. That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna do this. It's gonna be
all right. Whatever works. It's okay."
The giant biker across the room getting a tattoo of DW on his chest kind of nodded.
Oh, yeah.
Respect.
Mr. Ratburn, let them eat cakes.
You spent so much time at your hometown library. Eventually, you went back and got a job there, and you eventually became head librarian, right?
I did, yes. I got my library card at that same library as a kid. I became a shelver. I went to college, got my bachelor's degree, got my master's degree, became a children's librarian, and then a marketing librarian, and then I eventually became the supervising librarian of that same.
Wow! And once you acquired that immense power, what is the first thing you did with it?
Did you shush someone?
Oh yeah.
You know what? I think a lot of people learn that once you become a library person, you're not a true library person until you've been shushed by someone visiting the library. And I've been shushed by anywhere from 12 to 15 people talking to the visitors at the desk, other coworkers, and they're like, "Sir, this is a library. You work here."
I like to go into libraries just to shush everybody. I just like to just be like, shh, shh, shh. Even if nobody's saying anything.
Yeah.
I just love to shush in a library.
We're creating a new Rick Steves. We're just going around the world shushing people.
Shushing people. We have covered on this show,
man. And he makes
the
a Rick
fact that,
Steves
many
statement.
libraries
Like,
report that very weird things show up in books being returned that have been used as bookmarks. Has this happened to you? Have you pulled out odd things out of books?
I have. I pulled. I mean, definitely quite a few receipts. I pulled someone's social security card out of a book before, and I'm like, oh, I know way too much about this person. I pulled some baloney.
Baloney.
Wait, what are we talking about?
People are reading a book and they have to close the book, and so they grab what is near to hand and put it in the book as a bookmark.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
What's the context of this conversation?
Yeah, I understand. So let's say you have a little kid, however old, who doesn't like to read. Says they don't, anyway. Do you have a magic book that you have in your pocket, metaphorically speaking, to whip out and convert that kid into a reader?
You know what? I don't have necessarily a magic book, but I think I found that so many kids always have what they love on their person. Either they have a Spider-Man hat, or nowadays they have K-pop Demon Hunter shirts, or the Super Bowl is coming up. They'll be rocking their Patriots jerseys or their Seahawks jerseys. And I just start talking about that. And I'm like, did you know that there's football books, there's basketball books, there's actually books about K-pop Demon Hunters. I'm pretty sure there's someone out there trying to write a Bad Bunny book as we speak.
Yes.
So I think the magic of books
I wouldn't
is
be
just
surprised
saying, you know what, you can read.
it's Bad
you can
Bunny
read
writing
graphic
it.
novels. You can read
And I wouldn't be
Dog Man
surprised.
1,000 times. And they're like,
I wouldn't be surprised if Bad Bunny writes the Bad Bunny book, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Bad Bunny book is good.
Mm-hmm.
That would fit my expectations.
There's already a bunch of Bad Bunny books.
Like
Watership
Bunny
Down.
I knew you were going there. I knew you were going there. Oh, that's awful. What else you
Look,
got?
that is trauma that was inflicted on an entire generation, and it must be shared.
You know, I have no idea how I managed to avoid that trauma until after high school.
Because
Sorry
the
about
people curating your video library brought Roots to you when you were 3 years old. They thought Watership Down was tame.
Bad Bunny by Jonathan Bentley. Well, I'll be darned.
See?
That one looks fun, too.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, this morning you gave us an entire video of different references to Bad Bunny in books.
That was just so perfectly timed. I had to share it with y'all.
I don't know if I saw it. I've been saving all of those links in the group chat to do as a reaction video.
Then you will have a very interesting reaction to that video because
the timing will be different. That's yeah. I want to see.
I will say that
I think that this is so those sort of reacting to shorts videos.
Yep.
Were really popular. Like
they still are popular.
3 years ago, they are. That could be the thing that breaks us through.
That could be.
And I mean, the two of you.
Your reaction, you realize how broken we are.
Yeah.
Usually so.
Yeah. Hi. Hi, Picanito. Someone just came up and butted their head on my arm like, hi, pet me.
Hi, pet me.
And enough pets, now I go eat.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's get back to the show.
Right.
And they're like, are you sure? Because every other adult says that's not okay. And I'm like, they're wrong. Read away. Reading is reading. You're a worthy reader.
Can I ask a health question of you, Mychal? Like, how many times can a parent safely read "Everybody Poops" to their child before they get actual brain damage?
The child or the adult?
I was thinking of the adult.
Yeah, I understand. Well, Mychal Threets, it is a joy to talk to you. And this time we've invited you to play a game we're calling...
Don't read the rainbow, taste the rainbow.
Oh, no.
You host Reading Rainbow,
Skittles.
So we thought we'd ask you about the candy with the slogan, Taste the Rainbow. That is, of course, Skittles. Answer 2 out of 3 questions about Skittles candies. You'll win our prize for one of our listeners, the voice of anyone they might choose from our show for their voicemail. So, Bill, who is librarian Mychal Threets playing for?
Isaac Lewis of Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, you ready to do this?
I'll give it a try for Lewis.
Give it a try. Here's your first question. Packs of Skittles come in a variety of different flavors, from the classic flavors to tropical fruit flavors. Well, one limited edition flavor that came out in 2019 was not so successful. Which was it? A, suppository Skittles. B, zombie Skittles, where 1 in every 20 Skittles tasted rotten.
Yep,
Or
that's
C,
the one.
Zootopia Skittles, each designed to taste like each of the star animals in that movie.
Sorry.
Zombie Skittles, and I remember them.
Since the Skittles, I'm trying to channel Marshawn Lynch, and I think I'm going to go with suppository Skittles.
Oh.
Suppository Skittles.
I know.
Truly the most beast mode of all Skittles.
Truly.
But no.
No, it was zombie Skittles.
Really?
It really was. Zombie Skittles flavors included petrifying citrus punch, mummified melon, and every now and then, rotten zombie.
I don't know if I
Wow.
ever.
All right, this is all right. You got 2 more
You,
chances.
you got the rotten zombie. That's the one you did
In
not like.
2018, a spokesman for
Okay.
Mars, the company
Hold
that
on.
makes Skittles, had to issue.
I did. Did we get this? Is this on video for posterity over on YouTube? Like,
No, this is a pack of Skittles that I brought to game night
okay.
in person, and I shared them with you, and you
Okay.
got a rotten zombie.
Okay.
There is no video. There's just only the pictures in my head and the terrible joy in my heart over, feeding you terrible zombie candy.
So yes, I've had a zombie
surprising
Skittle, and yes, it was your fault. And no, we didn't get it on video, so it's not even for content. It was just IRL.
Looking back on that moment, it kind of makes more sense now about, some of the things that I have egged you into eating on your gastrophilia thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That does make a little bit more sense on how I got involved in that portion.
Well, because you find joy in watching me eat stuff that's painful or gross.
Enjoying you eating good things too.
Yes, that is true. That is true. We have had some on gastrophilia. We have had some great food. On What Fresh Heck?
We've had some great food too.
I mean, yes, but we have also found my limits. We have found my limits.
And I have promised never to let you eat anything as spicy as those stupid chips ever again. I will still wave things at you, but I'm not going to.
The Packy chips weren't the most spicy thing I ate on What Fresh Heck.
No, they weren't. It was the
It was the ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It was the one whole ghost pepper. Dried. But it was the Packy chips and then finding out that someone died from it. And I was like, you know what?
We don't need to do that.
I'm good. I've done my, I've hit my limit. I've found my limit. But then I had to try the two grossest foods in the world.
You did that one on your own. I did not. I did not egg you into those.
Stop me. I blame you for not stopping me. Not really, but. I ate salted or salty licorice.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds like it'd be good, right? Like, because
no, it doesn't.
Salt and licorice. If you like salt and you like licorice, but they don't use regular salt. They use oh God, what is it? It's basically the salt from piss. It's basically the salt of uric acid. And that's still not the grossest food in the world. That title goes... Nah, there's something worse than that. That goes to lutefisk. The jellied, rotten, fermented shark.
Where did the canned haggis fit in between these?
Oh, that's gastrophilia. That's good shit.
Okay. I could not remember where the canned haggis fit in.
Sorry, Maddie.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry.
What?
Maddie's eating breakfast.
Yes. Apologies for that.
Yeah, haggis was like corned beef hash with barley. It was amazing. It's a definitely usually have a really strong I mean, yeah, usually, but usually people aren't talking about the absolute grossest food in the world. Like, agreed upon. So it's understandable to be like, nah.
Sumatra coffee.
Huh? Sumatra
coffee.
What's the...
It's ABC. Already been chewed.
Aha.
Wildcats eat it. They collect the seeds afterwards.
Someone's eating. My parents are nurses and my stepdad is a plumber. My siblings and I had one rule at the dinner table. You cannot get grossed out by any topic at dinner. I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
It's an easy way to build up a strong stomach.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to press play before we go on with this conversation.
An official statement to shut down a conspiracy theory that was spreading like wildfire, alleging what? A, Skittles are actually candied fish roe. B, all Skittles take exactly the same, they're just in different colors. Or C, each of them has a microdose of cocaine, which is why they're so addictive.
B. I'm going with B.
Oh, I really want to go with C, and I'm going to be so sad if it is C, but I'm going to go with B.
You're right. The rumor was that all Skittles taste exactly the same, they just have different colors. It's not true, and I am proud to say it was a rumor started by a report on NPR. There you go. All right, this is great, Michael. If you get this last one, you win. Skittles are known for their very weird commercials. Which of these was a real Skittles commercial that was broadcast somewhere in the world?
Oh, God.
Was it A, a commercial with a huge anthropomorphic tube sock that generated static electricity by rubbing on the carpet and shocks an old man on the tongue? Was it B, a man who milks Skittles from a giraffe, which is eating a rainbow? Or C, a mother who feeds her adult son Skittles through an umbilical cord?
All of them.
All of them. Yeah, I'm going with all of them.
I am going to go with B, with the giraffe.
You're going to go with B, the man who milks Skittles from a giraffe that's eating a rainbow. That's right, but they were all real. Those were all
I have seen all
real
of those commercials.
Skittles commercials.
I think we get
Bill,
3
how did
points
Mychal
for
Threets
that.
do in our quiz?
2 out of 3 is a
You
win.
say so, I will put down
Proved
3
his
points if you're
talent.
putting down 3 points.
Huh? Well, because we bet big, win big, right? If you go C,
Yeah.
if you go D, all of them, you get D, all of them.
Like I said, if you put down 3 points, I will put down 3 points.
All right. Maddie says, I have an M&M's factory in my town, and our stores sometimes get limited edition flavors to check for popularity. I once got a box of M&M's bags where flavors were coconut M&M's, toffee M&M's, jalapeno M&M's. I still miss those jalapeno M&M's, and I don't even like super spicy food. The jalapenos has the absolute perfect snap of spice and chocolate. Oh man, that sounds great. Oh man, that does sound good. I would love to try jalapeno M&Ms. Peanut Gallery. Why do all these M&Ms say W and W? Peanut Gallery. Anyone ever lose their job for throwing away all the W's? Wow. I mean, okay. This part is a little problematic, but the rest looks good.
Congratulations! Mychal Threets' new book is I'm So Happy You're Here, a celebration of library joy, and he is the host of the new edition of Reading Rainbow. Mychal Threets, thank you so much for joining us on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me. What a pleasure to talk to you. Take care.
Thank you for having me. Thanks
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Michael.
In just a minute, because a smile is unavailable, we let something else be our umbrella in our Listener Limerick Challenge. Call 1-888-WAIT-WAIT to join us in the air. We'll be back in a minute with more of Wait, Wait.
Pause a while and such a...
I'm Bill Curtis. We are playing this week with Tom Bodett, Tig Notaro, and Josh Gondelman. And here again is your host at the Studebaker
7
Theater in
minutes in.
Chicago, Illinois, Peter Sagal.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you so much.
we're
In
past
just a minute.
the halfway mark.
If
We're
you
past
like
the halfway
limericks,
mark.
you've come to the only place. To play our Listener Limerick Challenge, give us a call, 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. Right now, panel, some more questions for you from the week's news. Tom, according to Business Insider, there's been a rise in name shame for a certain group of men, guys named what?
It's because it's so
Kyle?
like Jason's?
No, because it's become so infamous and associated with a person that nobody wants to be associated with.
Elon or Donald?
Probably Donald.
JD.
JD. Ooh, that's a good one.
Could be,
All
but
right.
his middle name was originally Donald too.
Chad. Ooh, that's a good guess too.
Woo!
All right.
All right, I don't know for sure which one it is.
Yeah,
I'll go with
we-
Donald.
I'm gonna stick with Elon.
I'll stay Donald.
You'll stay Donald. Donald is a good one.
No, it ain't. That's the problem.
Well, I mean, yes, it's a good guess. All right, I'll switch over to Donald.
And too many are.
Oh, Donald. Donald? No.
No. Elon.
You know, now
was
that
be my second.
now that you pointed out, there are a lot of candidates for this answer.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, there's a whole list going through my head.
Yeah. Well, it turns out more people were associated with this guy in real life than they ever wanted us to find out about.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah,
Jeffrey.
the Richard. No. Yeah.
No, not
Wait.
Richard. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Epstein.
Well, I know
No,
Epstein's first name.
Yes,
that was-
Richard Epstein.
Just a real mean podiatrist.
Epstein was a dick.
What's his
But-
name?
Jeffrey.
It is.
It's Epstein. It's like, it's...
God, nobody tell him.
Like, listen, this is elder abuse right here.
Okay.
This is what you're doing.
Okay, but the good news is we now know who is not on that list.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, right.
You
Happy to be that. Why can't I think of it?
not only do I no longer remember the answer, I no longer remember the question.
Yeah,
Where are we?
right. It's irrelevant at this point, I would say.
It's pretty relevant.
And it's not. Well, I know it's not Richard. For God's sake,
Richard Epstein.
it's somebody say it so I can smack my forehead and we can move on with this show.
Wait,
No.
let's have everybody say it on 3. 1, 2, 3. Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
Doesn't even sound familiar, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good man then. That is a good man.
Yep. More and more guys named Jeffrey are choosing to go as Jeff to distance themselves from famous pedophile and emailer Jeffrey Epstein. It's very hard to be a Jeffrey these days. I get it, but come on, there are way more famous Jeffreys than just Epstein. There's also Dahmer.
And the giraffe.
According to a reporter who wrote the story, whose name is, of course, Jeffrey, quote, the name you put forth can have a huge impact on your career trajectory. So if you're a Jeffrey, try to drop that name, go by something with less baggage, like Ghislaine.
Dick Epstein.
Wait, is this the last journalism left in the Washington Post? Is Jeff Bezos himself writing an article?
Exactly.
Be nice to Jeffries.
Oh, wow. After that this week, that may be the worst Jeffrey, I think, yeah.
Oh yeah, I
don't know
forgot
about
about the
I'll put him
clearing out
bottom 3.
of the newspaper.
Question for you, Josh. This week, the New York Times investigated why, try as they might to stop, poets keep doing what?
They just can't stop piercing the veil of the unknown with language and insight.
It's true. No, not that.
Then I'm going to have a hint.
So much depends
Jeffrey's
upon
died
this
in darkness.
hint for you.
They can't stop, pausing at weird times?
Yes, they can't stop reciting poetry in the annoying reciting poetry voice. This week, the New York Times asked a great question. What's up with the voice people use when they're reciting poetry? That voice, the tone that poets performing and preaching potential impose on their work.
Kind of artsy Shatner, if you
Exactly,
will.
yes.
Yep.
Turns out a lot of poets just recite that way because they think that's how you're supposed to sound. I mean, without the voice, people might catch on that your poem is just regular writing with extra pauses.
Right?
I like the idea of stripping away that kind of artifice and just kind of like giving it real casual. Like, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? I don't know. Thou art more lovely and more temperate, but whatever.
Hey.
You do you.
I'd watch that adaptation.
Coming up, it's lightning fill in the blank, but first it's the game where you have to listen for the rhyme. If you'd like to play on air, call or leave a message at 1-888-WAIT-WAIT. That's 1-888-924-8924. You can find us most weeks right here
Still
at the
like
Studebaker
the
Theater in
Jeffries
Chicago,
die in
or you can catch us on the road. We will be in beautiful Savannah, Georgia on March 26th. The show just went on sale, so grab the good seats now. And if you are in Chicago and prefer our show without all the annoying questions, come check out our special comedy grab bag live stand-up show, March 11th, the Den Theater in Wicker
Danny
Park.
DeVito
Adam Burke
does
will be
the
hosting along with
Tempest.
Alzo Slade, Joelle Nicole Johnson,
Yes.
and more special guests.
Yes,
Tickets for
I
all our
would
shows
watch
will
that.
be at NPR Presents.
Oh, I would be there for that.
Hi, you're on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Hi, this is Lee Gutcheth calling from Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Harrisonburg,
Hey.
Virginia.
Oh.
Okay, what do you do there?
Evil H-Bird.
I'm a senior data scientist at a health policy research center that's called the Hilltop Institute, and mom to two great kids, a 6-year-old Major and a 2-year-old Susie.
Oh, excellent. Can I ask, since we've been
I'm
on the
rooting
topic
for you.
this week,
Let's
what
go.
are their favorite
2 up,
books?
2 down.
Right now,
VA
my son is
represent.
super into the Camp Cretaceous books, and my daughter really big into Pout Pout Fish right now.
Pout Pout Fish. Oh, yeah, we have that book. We've read it many times. And the sequel was disappointing because he goes on antidepressants.
Which sequel? I feel like there are like 6 of them.
Yeah, I know.
I missed the antidepressant one.
Well-
We'll keep an eye out.
Please do. Well, welcome to the show, Lee. Bill Curtis is going to read you 3 news-related limericks with a last word or phrase missing from each. If you can fill in that last word or phrase correctly, and 2 of the limericks will be a winner. You ready to go?
I guess we'll find out.
Here is your first limerick.
Handling bags, an umbrella, and phone. I can manage the rain on my own. New tech is the key. My umbrella's hands-free. It's hovering, held by a...
Drone, yes. Do you love using umbrellas but just wish there were
believe I didn't
many,
get
many
that.
more ways for it to break? Well, you need the high-tech flying umbrella drone. A YouTube inventor has created a drone that hovers right over your head with an umbrella wherever you go. Now you can stay dry and look like you're being chased by an adorable UFO. It's actually really amazingly innovative technology to make sure that it follows you around automatically. All you have to do is make sure you are the first thing it sees when it hatches.
You know, even if it had a drone, I would for sure put down my drone.
What was that?
I don't think it would work in Chicago.
I could see problems there. I could see issues, sure.
Yes.
I could also see
five-car traffic pileup because of drone strike. The umbrella took him out.
If your umbrella stops working, it's gone on drone strike.
That would be an entirely new umbrella weapon.
For every umbrella wielding super sleuth and spy. Who else were the umbrella? Oh, and Sean Connery in Indiana Jones.
Uh-huh.
And then I remembered my Charlemagne.
The thing is, you get the drone umbrella, and all I can think of is the inverse of that, so you actually have your own little rain cloud.
And now I'm locked in.
That would only happen to you, though.
Go gadget umbrella. The Go-Go Gadget umbrella would rain on you.
Yep. All right. Let's get back to it before we run out of time.
An umbrella at the front of the restaurant and then leave it there if it's not raining when I leave.
Oh, it'd be so weird because like all restaurants would have just piles of abandoned drone umbrellas just sort of hovering there sadly. Here is your next limerick.
Pet-friendly signs aren't all that. My Miss Luna finds no welcome mat. Hotel intake logs are drowning in dogs. But no one wants me and my
cat.
Yes.
That's right. Cat owners are struggling with a big problem. All the hotels and stores that say they're pet friendly, by pet just mean dogs. Maybe it's because bringing your dog on vacation makes sense, but bringing your cat on vacation is insane. Look, Frisky, the Berkshires.
I always assume people travel with their cats because they're getting rid of them.
Really?
Like leave them in a distant town.
How dare
That explains
you?
the look on their faces and their little cat carriers. Here's your last limerick.
Film students think they are groovy, but they suck, and you cannot disprove me. Their will isn't strong to focus for long. Those kids cannot sit through a
movie.
A movie.
A movie, that's right. We all remember when the teacher rolling into TV and playing a movie was the best thing that could happen in a classroom, but now professors complain that even film students no longer have the attention span to make it through an entire movie. If you are a film student, you're signing up to watch boring movies. That's how we know their art.
I bet if they just like popped up a little message, like a fake notification of that, like every 15 seconds, they'd stay with it because it's just their brains just need to be fed an interruption.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's apparently the problem. They can't do it. And some professors who
Let's go to commercial.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jake. Thank you.
Some professors this is all true, got so tired of trying to get their students to come down to the screening room and sit through a whole movie, they said, okay, fine, you can stream the movie for the assignment online, but then they found out that they often don't finish the movie. This is true. One professor did that, and then as a test, asked the students how the movie ended, and half of them did not know. They're all like, what? The Titanic sank? Bill, how did Lee do in our quiz?
3-0.
Congratulations, Lee. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for playing.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care.
It's side by side year.
One has it all together in their love perspective from a professional.
With 2 points. Bill, can you give us the scores?
Josh and Tom each have 3. Tig has 1.
I have 12 going in.
Well, Tig, this means
I've got 9.
Cat has 9. And Peanut Gallery hasn't been keeping track.
Well, Tig, this means you are in second place behind Tom and Josh. That means you're going to have to go
I
first.
feel like I'm
You ready?
redeeming myself this week for such a bad
Yeah, I did.
last week.
Trying to make you feel better. All right, the clock will start. We're beginning your first question. Here we go. Fill in the blank. On Wednesday, the White House said it would withdraw 700 ICE agents from blank.
Minneapolis.
Following a Russian strike on Monday, tens of thousands of people in blank were left without heat.
Oh, I know this.
Ukraine.
Yet you must prove that by saying it out loud.
I'm not going to guess the
Ukraine.
city.
Yes, Ukraine.
Oh my gosh.
On Wednesday, Ryan Ruth was sentenced to life in prison for the attempted assassination of blank 2 years ago.
Trump.
Right. This week, a man in Massachusetts started his house on fire when he tried to remove the snow in his roof by blanking.
Using a
Dancing.
flamethrower.
No, by using a blowtorch on the snow. In response to consumer complaints, Blank said they were
I'll give it
lowering
to
the
us.
price of their potato chips.
Lay's.
Yes, Lay's. On Tuesday, it was announced that Josh D'Amaro would replace Bob Iger as CEO of Blank.
Disney.
Right. This week, The Guardian issued a correction saying a formatting error caused them to give the movie Melania a rating of 1 star instead of the intended blank.
0.
Right. But their review starts out so well, quote, "This is one of those rare unicorn films that doesn't have a single redeeming quality." Even worse, after they took the star back, they issued another correction. They said earlier editions indicated you should not see this movie. We meant to say you should never see any movie ever again because movies are ruined now. Bill, how did Tig do in our quiz?
Wow, she got 6 right, 12 more points. Total of 13 puts her in the lead.
All right. All right, I'm going to arbitrarily choose Josh to go next. So, Josh, fill in the blank. On Tuesday, a temporary spending bill was passed, ending the partial blank.
The government shutdown.
Right, on Thursday, the nuclear pact between the U.S. and blank expired.
Iran?
No, Russia. This week, the Supreme Court ruled that blank would be allowed to use its new congressional map.
California.
Right. In Pennsylvania, on Groundhog Day, Punxsutawney Phil predicted blank.
More
6
winter.
more weeks of winter.
Right. This week, an internal memo revealed that employees of Cracker Barrel are required to blank when they travel for work.
Eat a Cracker Barrel.
Eat a Cracker Barrel. I'll go with that.
Smile?
Only eat at Cracker Barrel. On Sunday, Billie Eilish and Bad Bunny were the big winners at the 2026 Blank Awards.
Grammy Awards.
Right, on Tuesday, struggling chain pizza restaurant Blank Hut announced it was closing hundreds of locations.
Pizza
Department of Sanitation. Pizza Hut.
Right, this week a man in Iceland was billed for driving 1 million kilometers in his rental van during the month of January, something he could have only done if he blanked.
Drove to the moon.
Something he could only have done if he traveled faster than the speed of light.
Exactly, I'm going to give it to you. If he drove the van around the Earth 25 times going the speed of sound.
Sound.
Oh.
It's unclear why the rental company's automated invoice system thinks the man drove his bus around the Earth 25 times at 800 miles an hour, but they are trying to charge him almost $200,000 for the privilege. Even worse, the company is charging him an extra $25 for not returning the bus with a full tank of experimental jet fuel. Bill, how did Josh do in our quiz?
Well, he did very well. 6 right, 12 more points. Total of 15 puts him in the lead.
All right. So how many then does Tom Bonnet need to win?
6 to tie, 7 to win.
All right, here we go, Tom. This is for the game. On Wednesday, President Trump said America should move on from the blank files.
Epstein.
The Jeffrey...
It'd be hilarious if now you can't remember his last name.
Jeffrey Epstein files.
Epstein files, yes. This week, the White House announced that the Blank Center would close for construction for 2 years.
Kennedy.
The Kennedy Center.
The Kennedy Center, yes. This week, a man in California was arrested for getting high on meth and blanking.
Washing windows?
Just blanking?
That's open-ended.
Yeah.
Doing meth
crocodiles.
and, I don't know, barking like a seal on Sunset Boulevard.
That is correct.
No, for stealing an airplane. On Tuesday, a Doberman pinscher named Penny won top honors at the blank.
Oh, the big dog show in New York.
Yes, the Westminster Dog Show. This week, cybercurrency blank dropped to its lowest price in 2 years.
Bitcoin.
Right, this week, a hospital in France had to be evacuated after a World War I artillery shell was found in blank.
Parking lot.
In the
gift shop.
restroom.
No, in a patient's butt.
Close.
Everyone is okay after a hospital in Toulouse had to be partially evacuated when a 24-year-old man walked into the emergency room, uncomfortably, I would assume, and said something had gotten stuck in his butt somehow. Once the doctors realized what it was, they immediately called firefighters, police, and explosive experts so there would be more people to laugh at the guy. Bill, did Tom do well enough to win?
Well, he got 4 right, 8 more points, but his 11 came in short. And guess who is the winner? Josh! With 15.
In just a minute, we're going to ask our panelists to predict what Super Bowl ad will we all be talking about next week. But first, let me tell you all, Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is a production of NPR and WBEZ Chicago in association with Urgent Haircut Productions. Doug Berman, Benevolent Overlord. Philip Gotica writes our limericks. Our public address announcer is Paul Friedman. Thanks to the staff and crew here at the Studebaker Theater. BJ Liederman composed our theme. Our program is produced by Jennifer Mills, Miles Dornbos, and Lillian King. Special thanks this week to Blythe Robertson and Monica Hickey. Peter Gwynn won Best in Show at the Westminster Producer Show. Emma Choi is our visual host. Technical direction is from Lorna White. Our CFO is Colin Miller. Our production manager is Robert Newhouse. Our senior producer is Ian Chillog. The executive producer of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me is Mr. Michael Danforth. Now, panel, what Super Bowl ad will we all be talking about after the big game on Sunday? Tom Bodette.
Elijah Wood announced Skittles' new dye-free candies with a call to taste the beige.
Josh Gondelman.
Obviously, it's the Dunkin' spot where Matt Damon and Ben Affleck pound cold brew shots with famous Massachusetts celebrity, the ghost of Benjamin Franklin.
And Tig Notaro.
The commercial that everyone will be talking about is
Yes.
next year's Super Bowl halftime performance by the Andrew, formerly known as Prince.
Well if any of that happens, we'll ask you about it on Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me.
Thank you, Bill Curtis. Thanks also to Tom Bodette, Josh Gondelman, and Tig Notaro. Thanks to our fabulous audience here at the Studebaker Theater, each and every one of you. Thanks to all of you out there, wherever you may be, for listening. I'm Peter Sagal. We'll see you next week. This is NPR.
How could your favorite NPR podcast get any better? Well, what if...
All right.
I stand corrected. We actually barely.
Yep.
We did it? All right.
Barely.
So, what did you get, Kat? What was your total score?
37.
37. Respectable. I redeemed the bejesus out of myself this week with an amazing 45.
Nice.
I mean, I did, 12 in the first round is pretty good.
It is.
Pretty good. I missed a couple of the limericks.
Yeah.
But by copying your answers, I managed to do pretty well in the bonus round.
I'm still ridiculously tickled over the zombie skittle question.
Oh yeah, that was Gosh, I really am sorry that was. Bye, Chaotic Techno Wizard. Thank you for being here, Peanut Gallery. Be safe getting to work. Yeah. That really did sort of set the tone for sort of where our friendship was going to end up going. Well, okay. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Stick around for the raid. We will be raiding out to the Sunday No Pants Raid Train. Let us see who is currently going there. I believe it is Margarita Mel. Yep. For another half hour, I believe. So, thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you, Peanut Gallery, even though I know you're already gone. Thank you, Maddie Holmes. As always, a delight to have you in here. Thank you, Chris in the 386. Thank you, Elena. Wonderful to have you here. Thank you, Just Me Crystal. I know you popped in. Thank you, Head Not Right. Thank you, Audra Rains. That was wonderful to have you here as well. And I believe that's everybody. So thank you, everybody, for being here. And now is the time on the show. Oh, and thank you, Kat, of course. Thank you very much. That was everybody in chat. And thank you, all you lurkers. Now is the time on the show when I say, as they say around here, 2 up, 2 down, VA, double deuces. I'm out, y'all.